Hey guys, Chris Goes here, and today I'm gonna do like a commentary slash story. And right now this is my first time using Upload Studio, and I was just doing a 1v1 with my brother and my friend, and yeah, so I'm gonna tell the story right now. Um, so the story is about my grandpa dying. A while back, I said that I was gonna do a special announcement that I was gonna make videos of at Mexico when I went, but I couldn't do that because my grandpa was very sick. Um, First uh, he was like an alcoholic and stuff, so he drank a lot, and yeah, so so then yeah, he was an alcoholic, and it's really sad to tell. Yeah, and then he like drank too much. Like every day that I would be outside, I would come back from school. He would like have an alcohol bottle by him or a beer bottle. Like his friends would offer him like stuff, and like my grandpa, he was old. He was in his late 70s, like probably like 76. So yeah, he kept on drinking. So when we were leaving to Mexico, I think it was by my birthday, like June 4th or something. So yeah, we did that, and he was like very sick at the hotel. It was like he peed blood. Like we would wake up every morning at the hotels, we would see blood, and then yeah, things started going bad. So when we reached Mexico, he was very sick. When he was very sick, his eyes, they got like very yellow and stuff, and like I didn't know what to do with him. So like he was sick, and then like 4 days passed, and he like started getting really sick. Like we had to take him to the hospital like 2 times in one day, and so yeah, he had to go to the hospital and stuff. And like me and my brother, we would just stay there, being so scared about my grandpa, thinking that he would die, which he did. And we didn't know it at the time. We were just thinking like, oh, he's gonna be okay. It's probably just a sickness that he has. But like, and then he like, after he went to the hospital, he had to go to the hospital a second time. My dad, he said I couldn't go because they wouldn't let children in the hospital because of the sicknesses that they could bring. So yeah, and my grandpa left with my grandpa. I mean, my grandma left with my dad, and they went to the hospital. I think the place in Mexico we went to was Puebla, and we were at like a little city. It wasn't that big, but he had to go to a hospital in a city called Alcatlan. It's probably one of the biggest cities in Puebla, and it was like a pretty bad time for me because like that was one of like first 2 days where I was really alone. Like I only had my brother with me, and I felt so scared. So at the last day he lived, he had to go to the hospital. And so he went to the hospital. My dad told us to like behave good and all that stuff, like what normal dads should tell them to tell their kids. And we they went to the hospital, and like we like as I said like a billion times, we were scared. So like we like it was already late at night. We were playing some COD. Yeah, we were playing some COD. So then we fell asleep like around late at night, like around probably like 10 or 11, and then we fell asleep for a bit, probably like 2 hours, and then my dad wakes me up, and he tells me he just wakes up, like he wakes me up, and he just tells me he's just like he's gone. So then I was like very sad at that moment, and I started bawling my eyes out. I was extremely scared, and like I woke up, and I saw his coffin in our kitchen. So I saw it, and it was closed. I couldn't see anything. It was a gray coffin, and I was really scared. So I sat by my grandma, who was like really sad. She was like, "Don't be scared. That's your grandpa." And yeah. So I was just like crying. I was hugging her, everything. And then yeah, it was like a sad moment for me. But yeah, like there's more to the story, because like after that and so my dad, yeah. My grandma, she told us to like get stuff from my grandpa, because we're like Mexican American. So yeah, we got all the food he needed. But my dad, we stopped by like in the middle of the road. He was smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, he was drinking beer, everything for like a lot of days. So, and like he had a lot of breakdowns too. And it was really sad to see him like that in that position. So yeah, I just try to make him feel better. Like he kept on like trying to like self-harm himself sometimes. And so well, not like self-harm, but like keep on punching himself really hard, where to the point he had bruises in his arms and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty sad. So like by the time it was like 3, it was 5 in the United States. People started coming. People from the United States started coming too. It was like so many people. Like people had to sit outside just to like see my grandpa. So then the next, like I was really shy to go out there, so I just stayed in my room until like it finished. So like the next day, oh, not really the next day, because I stayed up with my grandpa and my grandma. Like I stayed with my grandpa in his casket. I stayed with him because I didn't want him to be alone. So I stayed with him all night. And like when it was morning, people started coming again. My mom had to come, and when it was like 7 in the morning, they opened the casket, and I saw him, and his face was all green and stuff, and like I couldn't believe how he looked, because he had no blood in him. He was just, his soul left him. It was really sad. I saw him, and my mom, when she came, she started crying a lot. I told her to look. She didn't want to look because she was too scared of how he would look like. So that day, he wanted to be cremated. So that day, we took him to a church, and for half an hour, and we sat next to him and stuff, and then we saw him for like one last time. The priest said, not the priest, I don't know what it's called, but those people, I forgot, like that baptized you and stuff. He told us to say our final goodbyes to my grandpa. So everybody came up to him, and we had to say goodbye to him. And then when we said that, we had to go, and when we left, there was a car, put his casket inside of it, and they went to a city called Atlisco, so we could go cremate him. I couldn't go because I didn't know how the process worked, so I didn't want to go. I just stayed again with my brother, and yeah. So when we came back, so when my dad and my uncle and everybody, they came back, they had the box with him, with his like ashes and stuff. We saw it was just a small box full of great things. I know it was great because like that's what most ashes are, but like we couldn't open his casket because my grandma, she was scared that that his ashes were gonna fly away. So she never wanted to open it. So I had to go leave with my mom to a place, it's called I really forgot what it was called, but it was like a poor city. Like they didn't have a lot of money, like build things. So after that, we slept there for one day. We went to another city. It wasn't in Puebla this time. It was in Morelos. It was called Cuautla. So then we were there for a bit, for like probably like 10 days. Then we had to go back to the United States, and they took my grandpa, cause my dad, my grandma, and like everybody else, they went in the car, while me, my brother, and my mom, and my stepdad, we went in plane. So like when we came back, we visited my grandma to see how she was doing, and it was like pretty sad. She was like still crying and stuff. She had like pale. She was really dizzy. She didn't really know she was acting. She was confused about all the things that happened to her. So yeah, she was pretty sad. So when we got there, we had to give her the things that we bought for my grandpa. So yeah, Okay, so yeah, my grandma, she was like really sad and stuff. Let's go get her like stuff for my grandpa. And so like probably like a week, like probably like almost like 2 weeks, 2 3 weeks passed. And so we had another one of those things for my grandpa. But this time the churches in New Jersey, they didn't let my they couldn't let my grandpa in because he was in ashes. So yeah, we didn't let him in. We couldn't let him in. So my grandma, she didn't want my grandpa to be lonely. So they asked my dad if he could stay with him, and he accepted it. So yeah, we went. I was with my mom at the time, so like we got there like probably like 5 minutes late, and we saw we didn't see him, but we saw like pictures of him all over the place with with like candles everywhere, and like there was like a person talking and stuff. Like my grandma, she was crying a lot, so I had to like I had to I had to like hug her and do all that stuff. But like it hit me too, so I started crying too. So yeah, that happened, and there was like songs playing that made me real depressed and stuff. And like after that happened, we just left the building, and I mean the church, and we just left to my house. And I think that's the end of the story right there. I don't know what to say, so I'll just let you guys see the next game clips and stuff. See if you'll like those. So yeah, it's been Chris Grove 56, and I'm out.
Team Deathmatch. You're clear to engage.